Hi, I'm Deion Hammond.
And I'm HeatherLaw.
And this is our SAT project on skipping and omitting questions.
This is a very important strategy that we learned in Ms. Bavara's class this year.
So me and Heather created a creative visual drawing on two students, one who used the tips we learned and one who did not.
So let's begin.
It's Friday night, the night before one of the biggest tests of America's education, where our story begins.
We have two students, Jesus, who is naturally smart and is planning on getting into an Ivy League school, so he prepares by relaxing his brain before the big day, whereas we have Mary, who's cramping getting as much practice in before the morning and is really nervous about the results she might get.
Now after hours have passed, the two students go to get a good night's rest.
The morning has come and the big day is here. They both start their morning off with a healthy breakfast, and after breakfast, they're on their way off to Archbishop Ryan High School to take their SATs.
Once they go to school, they sit in a small waiting room waiting to be assigned a seat in which they will be taking their tests in for the rest of the day.
While in the room waiting, Jesus and Mary begin talking and thinking. Jesus begins to tell her that he didn't do anything to study because he is already naturally smart and knows everything. He tells her that he is expecting almost a perfect score. However, Mary responds by complaining on how nervous she is and how she was up all night studying and reviewing for the most important test she'll ever have to take.
After talking, it was time for the test to begin. They both enter the class and sit down.
During the test, Mary gets stuck on a problem and has a flashback going back to the night she was studying before the test. One of the skills she remembers is that it's better to skip than guess.
So, as the day goes on, Jesus goes on guessing all the questions that he does not know the answers to. Months go by.
And they are eagerly waiting for their result. They finally come in and Mary notices how excellent she did and calls up Jesus to ask what he got.
Jesus answers by saying he is disappointed in himself because he's got a 1900.
Mary then begins to brag and tell Jesus how she got a 2100.
She continues to tell Jesus that he should have studied and not have been so confident.
And this was our Teach Me video on guessing and omitting answers.
These steps are very important while taking the SATs because applying these skills can get you a higher score.
This may not actually happen on the SATs, but this is a fake hypothetical situation.
The main point was just to remind you to take your time and to skip if you don't know the answer.
The theme was that even though there may be very intelligent people there, that you should take your time and pace yourself and don't give up, and you may end up on top.
Thank you for watching and good luck on the SATs.
Stop. Please find this interruption. Will Gabriel Clark come to the office?
Hi, I'm Deion Hammond, and this is HeatherLaw. And this is our project on
Get up!
This is going in our bloopers, I swear. I want bloopers.
No.
Why?
Okay, ready, set, I'm ready.
Hi, I'm Deion Hammond.